Welcome everyone to SMA Live, our brand new online program for the year 2016. I'm Mallory Woods from sportmartialarts.com. I'll be hosting you guys and helping out with a few sports karate news and notes as we go along. Got a nice show for you tonight. We've got Maggie Messina, the promoter for the Long Island Winter Open, which is coming up this Sunday on January 10th in Long Island, New York. We'll be talking to Maggie about some of the things that will be going on in her event. And we'll also get caught up on some sports karate news. So without further ado, I would like to introduce Miss Maggie Messina. Maggie, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm excellent today. Happy New Year to you.
Thank you. Same to you. Happy New Year.
As I was mentioning to everybody, we have a wonderful event coming up this Sunday. The Long Island Winter Open, which you are the promoter of. I'm going to go ahead and give everybody a quick peek right now. It's going to be held at 900 Willis Avenue in Albertson, New York, this Sunday coming up January 10th. And if I remember correctly, when does your pre-registration end?
Pre-registration is due by 9 p.m. on Saturday.
So guys, if you haven't pre-registered yet, you definitely want to get your pre-registered in there. Go ahead and get things done. Get registered for the event. Let me ask you a few questions, Meg. How long has this event been around?
We are now in our 5th year, growing stronger every year.
Mm-hmm.
Our numbers continue to grow, and we get better and better with each year, learning from our mistakes and trying to tighten things up and make it even better. Our event is mostly about, it's all about the competitor.
Try to keep definitely one thing that's rare today. It's almost like, it almost seems like it's the promoter, the center of the point, but we do love to hear that you are competitor first. In fact, one of the things that you have going on at your event is that you have something special going on for the ladies who are sometimes overlooked.
Yes. So what we decided to do was I wanted to find a way, because being a competitor myself and being on all sides of the fence, from being an instructor to a promoter to a competitor myself, I find that, we say we're the same value, but when it comes to cash money prizes, for some reason it's overlooked and we're valued less than the men's. I do understand the men's divisions are usually much bigger, but if you don't offer it, people won't come. So this, for me, it's important that there is a glass ceiling, and that's just the truth of it. And so what I decided to do is make the women's prize money more than the men's. And hopefully this will help people, recognize the issue and possibly, come up even where men and women are getting the same prize money. Again, if we don't treat people equal, they won't show up. So it's definitely attention.
It's a shame that I know one of the things that people, it's been a hot button topic about equalizing the money, or even in your case, giving more money for the women. Women do the same job. They go out there, they train, they fight, they compete. There's a lot of talent out there. The women fighters that we feature on SMA are very popular. We have lots of people that look up to them. So I'm very happy to hear that you're taking a stand and leading in to get these ladies with the attention they deserve.
Yes, yes. And the women that compete, the top fighters out there, they're great people as well as great fighters. And it definitely needs to be recognized. And I know once in a while you'll get the men's, you'll get 1 or 2 fighters that will say, well, then fight the men. That's not really the point here. It's just about being equal. Martial arts, I've been in the industry for 30 years. And, it was a man's world. I remember when I was in my first school, I was the only woman for a few years. From what I remember, I fought all guys. I trained with the guys, we practiced with the men. So it's the same hard. Train is hard, put as much of ourselves into it, and we bleed the same. So it's really time.
That's absolutely something to be. It's just great that you're leading the charge on this. One of the things I did forget to mention is definitely the way to interact with the show is that you can tweet us at #SMA Live. Right on Twitter, we have, I think, 12,000 Twitter followers right now. So if you're watching the show, definitely chime on in. hit us with that hashtag. In fact, the first person that does tweet out right now and sends us a little notification over Twitter, we understand, Maggie, you're going to be generous and give us a Long Island t-shirt for your tournament.
Absolutely.
And in fact, going to go show everybody, prove that we are monitoring right now. There it is right there, SMA Live. So the next person that tweets in with that hashtag will win that t-shirt. We're also monitoring the wonderful hashtag of Joey Greenhall for president, but nobody seems to be commenting on that right now. But you know, one day that hashtag is going to be important. So it sounds like that this event is going to be exciting. I know I'm going to be personally there covering it. I can't wait to the Sunday. I can't wait to see what type of event that's going to be coming along. And there any parting words you want to leave us with?
We're going to be also launching what we call Swerve, and Swerve is to bring awareness to child abuse and teenage suicide and drug abuse. It will be officially launched at the Long Island Winter Open. So when you see the word Swerve, we'll be filling everybody in exactly what we're looking to do with that. So that's something to definitely look forward to.
Well, you heard it here first. This Sunday in Long Island, New York, the Long Island Winter Open. Maggie, I can't wait to see you. I'm looking forward for a great event. Going to get some good action out there, and I'll see you in just a few days.
Well,
thank you, Maggie. Also on the line, we have Mr. Hunter Lyon, who is the co-promoter of the AKA Grand Nationals, our second event in 2016. Hunter, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. How are you, Mallory?
I am doing fine. Let me turn you up a little bit, Hunter. I know it's a early night in Chicago. Please tell me you guys are having some bad weather. 1 second. There we go. We had an errant dog right there. Maggie had to mute you, no problem. Hunter, please tell me you got warm weather in Chicago right now.
Oh, yes. It's been wonderful with El Nino. We've had a wonderful winter so far. They're telling us that it's the warmest December on record since 1933.
And just how warm is it in Chicago right now?
Well, I mean, today it's a little bit chilly. It's about 32 right now, but it's been in the upper 40s and mid 50s throughout most of it so far. So we're hoping that the warm weather sticks out for us.
Man, warm in Chicago is that temperature. Well, I'm looking forward to being there. That's going to be coming up. The AKA Grand Nationals is going to be January 15th and 16th. And we also have a NASCA banquet that goes on that Thursday. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. So the NASCA Awards Banquet is the banquet that's put in place to honor and recognize the NASCA competitors who competed on the NASCA circuit from the previous season. So as we start the 2016 season, the AKA Warrior Cup, we recognize the 2015 NASCA competitors for their world and national titles of both black belts and underbelts.
That is awesome. I also hear that we've got a great number of registrations. It's supposed to be pretty big this year. A lot of people are coming to see what awards they've won last year.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, the numbers have been great. I mean, we've added additional square footage both for the tournament and for the banquet. So we're expecting to have a really, really great year. And hopefully everyone will get to enjoy some of the warm weather in Chicago this year. Now,
most people don't know, but the AKA Grands, it's the oldest tournament in North America. How long has it been going on?
Well, the first tournament was in 1964, so this will be our 51st year. 1964 would actually be 52, but a few years back, our tournament used to be in October, and then when it moved to January, we ended up skipping that October and going into January. So there's the 53rd, I guess, or the 52nd is missing since we skipped a year. So we're going into our 51st year. Yes, last year we celebrated our 50th anniversary, and we're the longest running open martial arts tournament in America. That
is an incredible amount of history to, just to be looking at. That's just amazing that it's still going on strong. If you could refresh me, we do have something very special at the AKAs, the Warriors Cup. Tell us a bit about that.
So the entire event comes down to the 6 overall winners, and the 6 overall winners, they go to the main stage and they compete for the Warrior Cup. The Warrior Cup is one of the most coveted awards in martial arts. They stand over 5 feet tall. They're 75 pounds apiece. There's just a beautiful award. We have them for women's sparring, men's sparring, youth farms, youth weapons, adult weapons, and adult forms.
Refresh my memory, who won for women's and men's last year in the Warrior Cup in sparring?
Women's sparring was Verona Solomon,
Mm-hmm.
and the men's sparring was Avery Loudon.
That's pretty impressive. I know it's been about 10 years since I've been to the AKs. I think the last time Raymond Daniels won it, but it is an impressive trophy. If you win it, definitely have a plan to bring it home because it's just a massive event. And right now we are showing some of the other pictures that you have at the akawarriorcup.com that include shows Ross Levine, a couple of other people who've won it. In fact, this tournament was voted by SMA, awarded the best martial arts tournament of 2014. So
yeah, that's correct, and we're very anxious to see the results for the 2015 year. And then just a moment ago, you mentioned Ross Levine, and I'm not sure if you're aware or not, but he holds the record for the most number of Warrior Cups. I believe he's won 7 or 8. In that picture there, I think he's holding up 7. So I think that might be 7 for him. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, that's actually, I mean, I can't even imagine he had the space to keep all of those. It's a pretty big, impressive award. That's to win it 7 times is I mean, that's just a feat to be proud of. Well, Hunter, I know you guys are.
And I also heard you say to make sure you had room to take it home with you. But for any competitors that don't drive in and win the Warrior Cup, we're more than happy to ship it out for you.
That's definitely an excellent point, because here you've won this great award. You fought your butt off all day, and you're going to try to figure out how to get home. That's an excellent service that you all provide for them.
Yeah. I'm not sure a Warrior Cup carry-on would work out too well.
No, probably not. It's probably going to cost you more than your plane ticket. Good point. Now, I also know that you also are going to give away a T-shirt, just as we mentioned before with Maggie. The next week, we have the first person who is going to tweet in with the hashtag SMA Live is going to win a T-shirt from the Long Island Winter Opening. The second is going to win a T-shirt, which we provided for by the AK Grands, and I will get that information to you, Hunter, as soon as we do have a winner, and we will let the person know that they won and get it out to them.
Awesome. Sounds great.
Well, Hunter, I appreciate you joining us. Thank you very much. I know you're busy there. Keep it warm, and I'll see you in just a few days. Once again, the AKA Warrior Cup is going to be held on January 15th and 16th in Chicago, Illinois, and the NASCA banquet is on the 14th, the day before. So if you'd like to come to the banquet, plan to come early and enjoy the great city of Chicago. Hunter, thanks so much. I look forward to seeing you soon.
Thanks, Mallory. We'll see you next week.
All righty. Take care, buddy. Well, those are our 2 interviews for the night. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys some of our news and events that we have on right now. The current new rankings for the Open World Tour are out right now. Please go to sportsmartialarts.com to view them, to see who's ranked, where they ranked, and feel free to discuss them. That usually is a hot topic as we try to incorporate a world, not only just nationals here in the United States. We also try to do things for the rest of the world and rank some of the European fighters as well. The 2015 Viewers' Choice results will be revealed in just a few days on January 8th, and those awards will be presented at the AKA Finals. So I think we've actually closed up voting, but I know there have been a lot of votes, and we're glad to have those results for you in just a few days. We recently just hit 250,000 Facebook followers on our Facebook page, so definitely a shout out to you guys. Thank you very much. We appreciate the support. We love what we do. We love bringing you all the latest tournament news, pictures, and videos, and it's just great to see that you guys are responding with the likes and the following of the Facebook page. Also, if you plan to travel and Delta is your airline of choice, you can save up to 10% on your flight going to the events that we cover. Just give the code N as in Nancy, M as in Michael, 75 in the meeting event code when during your booking, and see if you can save yourself some money. The SMA TV live streams this year will begin a much needed upgrade. We'll be bringing out more camera angles and have better production levels to make the show even more amazing. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page so that you can see the listing of upcoming live stream events. Now, to list all of the events that we'll be covering in the year 2016, kicking off in January, as we mentioned before, the Long Island Winter Open in Long Island, New York, and also following right up there with January 14th through the 16th at the AKA Grand Nationals, which also features the NASCA Awards Banquet. February will kick off at the Compete Nationals in California and that's going to be February 26th and 28th. Please make sure your early bird registration cutoff is January 17th. So if you'd like to save some money, you want to get in now. In March, we have March 4th through 5th, the SMAC. The SMAC has also gone independent, and it will be a great event. It's no longer an NBL event, and more on a few other events that are following a little bit later. Online registration is scheduled to go live on January 9th for that event. On March 4th through the 6th, we'll be at the Irish Open. Online registration is scheduled to open on January 8th, and you have to pre-register to compete at this tournament. Registration will close on February 18th. That's very important. Please, please, please don't travel all the way to the beautiful country of Ireland just to find out that you needed to pre-register for the event. Once again, you have to pre-register for the Irish Open. On March 19th, we'll be at the Canadian Open in 2016. And then following that up quickly with, on April 1st, not an April Fool's joke, the AmeriKick Internationals. On the 8th of April, we'll be at the Ocean State Grand Nationals. And then on the 15th, we'll be at Jeff Doss's Grand Slam Nationals in Richmond, Virginia. Follow that up with the busy month of April, the Quebec Open at 2016. The Quebec Open on April 29th through April 30th. Right after that, we have the Gator Nationals, May 6th and May 7th. And then the Kumite Classics, which is also on May 27th. Followed by the New England Open on June 3rd. Rolling right into July, on July 8th, the U.S. Open ISCA World Martial Arts Championships. Continuing on to August 12th, the U.S. Capitol Classics and China Open. That's going to be August 12th and 13th, right here in Washington, D.C. Then we're going to follow up with the North American International Karate Championships in Michigan. That will be September 16th and 17th. The Twin Towers Classics makes its return this year. We'll be covering and bringing you the events on September 23rd and 24th. Follow up with the Diamond Nationals on October 7th and 8th in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Going to be rounding out the rest of the year with the Pan American Internationals, which is in lovely sunny in November, Miami, Florida. That event is scheduled for November 11th, and ending the year with the KTOC Nationals of 2016. That event is held in New York. Now for some sports karate news. We've got a number of things to mention for sports karate, so let's go ahead and get right to them. So NASCA is making a few changes for 2016. The only change they've expanded the 11 and under forms and weapons division so that there's now a 9 and under and a 10 and 11 division for all categories. This includes extreme forms, weapons, music forms, and other events are affected as they used to be 11 and under, but now they've been broken out for both boys and girls. The Compete Nationals, the U.S. Open, and the Diamond Nationals will all form a new Triple Crown event for NASCA. If you place first in all 3 tournaments, you will receive a special recognition at the end of the year awards in 2017, which will be at the Compete Nationals. We have some breaking news. Bill Viola, who is the promoter of Kumite Classics, is offering an amazing $10,000 purse. I'll mention that again. $10,000 for team sparring for the 2016 at the Kumite Classics. That's definitely something you want to be part of. The Irish Open has expanded its forms and weapons division. You must register online, as we mentioned before February 18th. The WKC just finished and wrapped up in Orlando. It was quite an event. I was there covering the entire week, and everyone is on pins and needles waiting for the announcement where the 2016 WKC World Championships will be. The past 2 years have been in Ireland and Orlando, Florida, but we don't have the announcement yet as far as where this event will be held. We are expecting a return to Europe. We will bring you that event location just as soon as they announce it. Now a little bit of NBL news. The following tournaments, SMAC, Kumite, and the North American International Karate Championships, all that were previously in the NBL conference, have elected to go independent in 2016. All of these promoters looking to add some new divisions and new features, which included the Kumite Classic as the first to announce a $10,000 prize for team sparring. Definitely want to hit that event up. It's going to be something that everyone is talking about. At the end of 2015, Team Paul Mitchell makes some big moves in picking up a lot of top competitors. Drafting their way into Team Paul Mitchell was Reed Presley, Jake Presley, Danny Eckhead, and Adrian Considine. And now on to our injury report. Just recently, Jacob Pinto tore his ACL and his meniscus, and unfortunately is out indefinitely. We are wishing him a speedy recovery. Definitely stop by his Facebook page and drop him some words of encouragement. Avery Plowden had successful shoulder surgery. This was a nagging injury that he was dealing with all of the 2015 year that kept plaguing him, causing his shoulder to pop out almost at every tournament. While we're staying in the Plowden family, we'd also like to wish a speedy recovery to Richard Plowden, coach of Team Impacts, who recently underwent his second hip replacement surgery. We hope to see father and son back out on the tournament scene injury-free. Our favorite Hungarians, Laszlo Gamos and Zolt Maradi, both underwent surgical procedures in 2015. We do know that Zolt was not only able to recover, but he was able to compete and win a WACO championship this past November. As of today, the 6-month medical suspension for Raymond Daniels should be lifted for the eye injury that he sustained at the Glory International Kickboxing. We look forward to seeing Ray back out on the tournament scene and in glory. That's all the tournament news that we have, and looks like we did have someone to chime in. Brandon Lee of Twitter, we're going to be sending you a nice t-shirt for the Long Island Winter Open. I'll go ahead and contact you after the show. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll be having a lot more of these shows. We're going to have interviews. We're going to have a lot more guests and a lot more things that we'll be bringing up for the Sports Karate Year. For now, I'm going to be signing off, and I'll see you guys at the Long Island Winter Open and at the AKA Nationals. Thanks.